What's up, everyone? Welcome to Bad Money. I want to talk about socialism versus capitalism because I think that whole conversation is actually completely wrong. Socialism and capitalism to me are just different rule sets on the game of money. And money is really where the issue lives because I believe that we're using bad money, right? And hence the title of my show. This is the only reason I'm here, just this one idea. Because I believe that we need to be doing the opposite of bad money, right? I think that we need to be doing good money, which is human-centered currency. Because right now we're using bad money, the worst kind of money. And money's in the spectrum. Right now we're using fiat money control by a few, for a few, and created from debt, that debt gets passed on to us citizens, right? This is known as usury, which we known from the beginning of time to be a sin against humanity. So the next time someone's talking about socialism and capitalism, please keep this idea in mind. Because what we actually need is good money, the opposite, right? Money that's created by all of us, for all of us, that's backed by our work. And there's many ways we could institute this. We can do whatever we want. We actually need to do this whether we like it or not, because we already know how empires always get destroyed. And it starts with the destruction of our currency by a few elites, right? There's always an overexpansion, war where they're just trying to overexpand. It just never makes any sense, right? And there's always more money for war because they tell us that we gotta fight these radicals, right? These extremists, and I agree, but there's extremists in every religion, in every tribe that I can think of. In every single group, you're gonna find a bad human. But beneath all that, I believe that bad money is training us to be bad. And that's why this conversation is so important. That's why I'm not here to ask for likes or for monies or to sell you anything. I'm just here to expand the conversation. And listen, if I'm wrong, I want to hear it because I'm always at war with myself. I'm not married to my ideas. I'm willing to change my mind. But I've been arguing against this idea. Good money forever, and good money just always wins. So it's not socialism versus capitalism. What we actually need to do is to reconnect them. We need to reconnect our hearts and our minds. That's where there's so many things in the world that we would like to see fixed, but it never gets fixed. And again, there's always more money for war. There's always more money to bail out the banks and the corporations, right? They always privatize the profits and they socialize all the debt. And that's where we're all economical slaves. And until we unite against, we're never going to win. The whole system is rigged from beginning to end, right? We're being taxed to death, fees left and right, red tape everywhere. It's madness. We need an update. We need America 2.0, and we now have the technology to do so. Multiple technologies, right? We find ourselves in a digital revolution. There's AI and robots, and they're coming for our jobs fast and furiously. Honestly, I don't know what jobs will survive. So we need a new solution. And wouldn't it be cool if we started with education? Because the two biggest problems that I see in the world are ignorance and money, right? More like humans' minds on money, right? It's a virus of the mind. This is how we have created this sick society. We live in a money theism. And that's why everything's so inhuman. That's why it feels like everything is upside down and nothing works. Every institution you can think of is broken. Our educational systems, right? They don't teach us how to think. We're being fed a constant diet of fear and misinformation. Why? Because those things sell, right? Because money, because profits, because greed. And then our food is toxic. It's designed to be addictive. There's no nutrients in there. It's removed from nature itself, right? Money affects us in more ways than we can think. Our relationships. Just the whole way we use taxes, when in reality taxes should be there to punish bad things, and maybe you should pay less taxes if you do good things. And if we could create money from education, we could change the whole world. And I don't think we need to fight the system. We just need to build a parallel system. We have no choice. The system is going to collapse. We need new ideas. The founding fathers said, let's go. I believe in freedom. How about you? We need sound money. We need liberty. We need an update. We need to put the Constitution into the blockchain. We need to gather the greatest minds in economics and blockchain and AI and gaming, whatever, man. We need to bring everyone together, the engineers, the scientists, the social scientists, archaeologists, right? We don't understand our history. We don't even understand our history. We've been lied to. The whole system is made so that we're just economical slaves. And I don't know about you, but I've had enough. And we are the grown-ups now. Some of us are the last human beings to have seen the world before the internet. I was born in 86. I still remember that world. We live in a different reality. We need an update. Grandpa, please sit down. We love you all, but you guys just, have you seen Grandpa playing with phones? It's just, they don't know anything. They don't understand technology, okay? But we gotta love them, okay? We gotta unite men and women, the old and the young, the left versus the right. Nothing's happening until we unite. And the only thing that's gonna unite all you freaks is money. But you need to understand that we're playing with their mad money controlled by a few, and created from debt. And what we need is the opposite. Good money created for all of us and backed by our work. And once you get to that conversation, you can really have an honest conversation about money, instead of getting stuck in the stupid idea of socialism versus capitalism, because good money actually connects that. I'd rather have teachers create money and firefighters create money when they save your house, or doctors and nurses create money when they save your grandma. I would rather have that. I don't know how far we should take it. I think we should start with education though, because as we wipe out jobs, at least people can go to school. And let's break free from this mentality of 40-hour work week. Maybe you should have multiple jobs. You should be able to go to school and get paid for it. That's what I think. We need new ideas. The system is corrupt. Our potential is not being met. And we can do whatever the hell we want. This is our world. Welcome to Bad Money. Welcome to the revolution. I love y'all. Peace.